Okay, so we do 10 p.m. Thursday in Bargo. So have we still got Will? Do you want to kick us off?
He's left us, so I'll go first if that's all right. Hi Thomas, how are you?
Hi, mate. Okay.
Yeah, very well, thank you. I guess just firstly, was this an opportunity you thought might not be happening to yourself a month or so ago?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, it's probably one of the reasons why I decided to come home. But yeah, a month ago, I probably thought it wasn't on the cards. Yeah.
And I guess obviously the decision to come back to Cardiff. Just talk us through that. I guess Wales was at the centre of that decision.
Yeah, I suppose it's having no regrets. I suppose everyone says it, but everyone wants to play for their country growing up. And I know staying in England would I couldn't do that, but I'm not stupid. I know the caliber of players are in Wales and the competition, especially in back row. So, like I said a month ago, I didn't think this was on the card. So I suppose it's up to me now to try and take my opportunity.
You obviously played that Italy game in the 2019 Grand Slam. What's it been like for you sort of to watch Wales since then, knowing that you can't play? You've obviously been in and around the squad. You've got lots of friends there, I'm sure. What's it been like to watch Wales from afar?
So once you got my head around that, obviously I couldn't be selected. I suppose I'm like any other fan then, really. Obviously you want us to win and want us to do well, and the boys have done that, so it's been nice to watch.
And when you've had a few sort of sporadic appearances, I mean, it's really up to you to take those opportunities, I guess. How excited are you about doing that this weekend against Fiji?
Yeah, obviously I'm over the moon, if I'm honest. Like I said, like a month ago, I wouldn't expect this to happen. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. And I just got to make sure that I take the opportunity as best I can.
And just lastly for me, were you surprised that Wayne was looking for the exceptional circumstances to pick you? And I guess how much of a compliment was that to you for yourself?
Yeah, it obviously was nice. I didn't know much about it really. I didn't really understand what was going on until I spoke to Wayne the odd occasion, and then I found out it'd been approved and I got selected in the squad, which again I was very happy about.
Thanks. I'll let someone else go next.
Oh, hi Thomas. Just wanted to ask about the competition in the back row. Obviously, we know Tipuric, Navidi are injured. Tame Basham has come through. Ellis is back. You get your chance now this weekend. It's a big game for you, isn't it?
Yeah, so obviously I'm aware of circumstances I'm in, and I know I've got to play well, but I suppose like competition drives everyone on, and Tane's played very well over the last couple of weeks, and that's without Tipuric, and Nav's been in the squad, so we're all aware that we've got to play well. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi Thomas, it's Simon here. How are you, mate?
Hi Simon, you all right?
Yeah, good, thanks. By my calculation, I think it's 21 months since you last played for Wales. What has that period been like? And were there times in that where you thought you would never play for Wales? And you said obviously you didn't expect the last month or so, but did you fear that you might have had your last cap?
I obviously knew whenever it was when I re-signed at Wasps that the situation I'd be in, as frustrating as it was, I suppose I had to get my head around it and get on with it. But it didn't stop me striving to be. I pushed myself in everything I'd done, training, playing. But I knew once I re-signed, I knew then I couldn't be selected. So like I just said earlier, I suppose I was watching as a fan and hoping Wales done well.
Will your dad and numerous family members be there on Sunday?
Yeah, I think it'll probably be a fair crowd going there. I've never played at home, so I haven't played in the stadium at all. No club rugby, nothing. So it's the first one there for me.
It's three open sides, or three players who are very familiar with the open side in the back row. Have you ever played in a group like that? And what challenges and pluses and negatives does that present?
I suppose pluses, we're all capable of playing with the ball in hand and I suppose turning ball over, but we're aware of what Fiji bring, and physicality wise I suppose we're gonna have to match them, and yeah, but obviously try and take our game to them. So I think that's what we'll be focusing on this week.
Cheers, Thomas. Enjoy it the weekend, mate.
Thank you.
Hi, Thomas. It's Alex again here. It's obviously been a big decision for you to come back. I mean, just how tough was it to leave Wasps? You've obviously been there a long time. You've worked with your father there, and it's obviously a great club. How difficult a decision was that from that perspective?
Yeah, it was tough. It's something that happened quite quickly, I suppose. So it kind of took all the overthinking out of it. But yeah, I've been there for 8 years, I think. So I've kind of grown up there. So I've got a lot of friends, a lot of respect for everyone at the club, and I suppose I've been there that long now. The class is I've developed there. So yeah, it'll be tough to leave, but it's something I have to do.
And in terms of what Wayne's spoken to you about, he's obviously sort of asked to pick you especially. What are some of his messages that he's been saying to you in terms of just coming back to Wales, but also, you know, ahead of this game?
Just go out and play, I suppose. Being fortunate to be playing quite regular with Wasps, and just go out there and do what you do at club level, and hopefully try and transfer that onto international setup. Wayne hasn't put much pressure on me at all, and he just basically said enjoy it and just go out and do what you do week in, week out.
Okay, thank you. I'll let Ben go next.
Hey Thomas, just on what you said about this being the first time you played in the stadium, I wondered what your earliest memory was of actually going to the stadium, sort of growing up.
I've been a Mascot there. On my dad's 50th. The three of us were there. That's probably one of the earliest memories I got there. So probably about 9, I think. But yeah, so I've been there, obviously been there to watch games, but I've never played there. I think I've trained on the pitch once, maybe. Yeah, I've never played there, not even club level. My cousin's played there more than me, and he doesn't let me live that down. So hopefully this weekend you can stop talking about it.
Good. Thanks.
Are there pictures lurking of you as a Mascot from that game?
9, I think I was 9, I think.
Who was your cousin's game for, Thomas?
Pardon?
Who was your cousin's game for at the stadium? Was it when one of the like Swalek couple played or something?
I think it would have been like one of the district school cup final type things. Yeah, so I think he's like 10 or 11. He might have even been 14 or 15 as well. So, but yeah, he's coming there on the weekend. So hopefully he can stop talking about it now.
One more for me, Thomas. When you think about you moving from Cardiff to Gloucester to Wasps and the whole journey you've been on, do you think in a way that everything has brought you to a point now where you're more rounded than you've ever been as a player after all the experiences you've been through?
Yeah, obviously when I left Cardiff I was quite young, so I had to grow up quite quickly. Little things like moving away from home, learning to cook properly, do your own washing. But especially over the last 8 years or 9 years, or however long I've been a Wasp, was constantly learning, obviously, that league and how tough it is and things like that, and being fortunate to play with some players from all around the world, and you're picking up bits and bobs from them. It's definitely benefited me, yeah, but hopefully now I think I'm at the stage where if I didn't decide to come back, then it's a missed opportunity, I think.
When you were going through that period where you were ineligible, even though you didn't have the offer on the table, how did you kind of deal with that? Did you sort of dwell on it, mope upon it, or you just, nothing I can do, just got to get on with the day job?
Yeah, I suppose I'd take it on the chin and get on with it. I could look at it, I just had to look at it positively and think that I was at a good club. I'll make sure I'm playing well to stay in the team that way. So my focus completely just changed and went to, I can't do anything about that. So what's the point moping around about it? Just get on with it and suck it up, I suppose, and get on with it and just focus entirely on playing well whenever you play.
Oh,
Good to
Thomas,
have you back, mate. Cheers.
Thomas, what do you remember of your dad's 50th game when you were the Mascot? What do you remember that day itself?
I suppose just the noise of running out. Obviously, everyone says how good it is to play there, and just like the atmosphere around. And yeah, that sticks in the memory for sure. Yeah, just how noisy it was.
Have you actually been there many other times apart from that?
Yeah, so obviously I've watched a few games. Yeah, obviously so I'm aware of what the atmosphere is like, but playing wise, nothing. No.
Enjoy it.
Good.
Thanks for your time. Cheers.